Consider this story. Lady Janice shared with me. The eternal yo-yo, when Jesus played divine ping-pong with his arresters. The most hilariously awkward arrest in human history. What happens when the creator of gravity tells armed soldiers who he is? They discover the hard way that every knee shall bow, whether they're ready or not. This is the true story of the night Jesus turned an arrest into the world's most uncomfortable trust fall exercise. A comedy of cosmic proportions. It was approximately 11:47 p.m. in the Garden of Gethsemane. Jesus had just finished praying so hard that he sweated blood. Not a great start to anyone's evening. His disciples were doing what they did best, sleeping on the job. Then came the torches, the angry mob. The temple police are flexing their authority, Judas with his betrayal kiss that nobody asked for. But what happened next? The greatest display of divine power disguised as a seemingly simple conversation. Buckle up. This is about to get weird. The soldiers, armed to the teeth with swords, clubs, and the confidence of men who'd never met their maker face to face, approached. Jesus, whom seek ye? John 18:4. Soldier captain, probably named Marcus, because they're always named Marcus. Jesus of Nazareth, we have a warrant from Caiaphas. It's all legal and stuff. Jesus, I am. Ego Eimi. Letter 1F10 Gamma Omega Epsilon letter 1F30 Mu Yoda. The exact phrase God used with Moses at the burning bush. The name that means I am that I am. And then WHOOMP. As soon then as he had said unto them, I am he, they went backward and fell to the ground. John 18:6. Every single one. Over 200 Roman soldiers and temple guards, flat on their backs. Imagine the scene, torches flying. Swords clattering. Grown men in armor tumbling like bowling pins. That one guy who brought a lunch basket, hummus everywhere. Seriously, GUIS? The soldiers scrambled to their feet, dusting off their dignity, what was left of it. Marcus, embarrassed, whispering to his second-in-command, what just happened? Second-in-command, I don't know, did we all trip on the same rock? Marcus, there is no rock, Gerald. Gerald, then why are we on the ground? They regrouped, reformed their ranks, tried to look intimidating again. Jesus calmly, like a kindergarten teacher, whom seek ye? Marcus more nervous this time, Jesus of Nazareth. Jesus, I am. WHOOMP. Down they went again. And again Jesus asked them, whom seek ye? And they said, Jesus of Nazareth. Jesus answered, I have told you that I am he. John 18:7-8, paraphrased because the gospel writers were too polite to emphasize the comedy. This time it was worse. Marcus landed in a thorn bush, Gerald's helmet rolled down the hill, someone's sandal ended up in a tree. Judas was frantically trying to blend in with the disciples. The panic sets in Gerald. From the ground, still face down, Marcus, maybe we should reconsider this assignment. Marcus, we have orders, Gerald. Gerald, orders from WHO because that guy just knocked us down by speaking. Marcus, get up. We're the Roman Empire. We conquered Gaul. Gerald, Gaul didn't have the force field of gravity control. They got up slower this time. Some were limping. One guy was crying. Another had apparently pulled a muscle in his pride. Jesus, still perfectly calm, not even smirking, though he could have. Whom seek ye? Marcus, voice cracking. Listen, we really need to take you in. It's our job. We have families, pensions. Please don't. Jesus, I am. WHOOMP. Face first this time. The universe wasn't even being subtle anymore. Not because they were physically pushed, because the name carried the authority of creation itself. At the name of Jesus, every knee should bow, of things in heaven and things in earth and things under the earth. Philippians 2:10. Their knees weren't bowing willingly. So gravity handled it. Marcus, still on ground, muffled voice. Please, stop saying that. Jesus, saying what? Marcus, THAT. The name thing, whatever you're doing. Jesus, I'm simply telling you who I am. Gerald, also on ground. Could you maybe tell us who you are? Differently, with less, falling. Random Soldier 3, weeping. I think I broke my tailbone. Twice. Marcus, standing shakily, hands up in surrender. Okay, new plan, we're going to ask you nicely, sir, your holiness. Whoever you are. Jesus, Entire squad, please don't say IT. Jesus, was just going to say I'll come with you willingly. Marcus, oh thank God. Jesus, slight smile, you're welcome. The eternal yo-yo effect. Every knee will bow. Here's what makes this story theologically hilarious and eternally significant. They came to arrest Him. He let them. Jesus didn't need to go with them. He proved that 4 times. He could have kept the divine yo-yo going all night. I am, right arrow womp, right arrow, get up, right arrow. I am, right arrow womp, right arrow, repeat until sunrise. But he said, if therefore ye seek me, let these go their way. John 18:8. Translation, I'm done playing with you, I'll come. But leave my guys alone. And then he added, and I'm paraphrasing based on the Greek construction, I told you that I am he, if therefore ye seek me, let these go their way. John 18:8. He said it again, just to make sure they understood who was actually in control of this arrest. That at the name of Jesus every knee should bow, of things in heaven and things in earth and things under the earth, and that every tongue should confess that Jesus Christ is Lord, to the glory of God the Father. Philippians 2:10-11. Every knee will bow. You can bow, willingly like John, who laid his head on Jesus' chest. Unwillingly like Marcus and his squad, repeatedly. But you will bow. The soldiers BOWED 4 times, and still ARRESTED HIM. That's the tragedy and the comedy wrapped together. They experienced undeniable divine power and still chose to arrest him, not because they were stronger, because he allowed it. Thinkest thou that I cannot now pray to my Father, and he shall presently give me more than 12 legions of angels? Matthew 26:53. 12 legions equals 72,000 angels. Jesus could have ended this with a single word. Instead, he chose the cross when Jesus said, I am. Gravity didn't have a choice. Knees BOWED. Jesus was claiming to be the name. The yo-yo continues today. Here's the 2025 application. Every knee will still bow. You can meet Jesus, one willingly now through faith and worship. 2. Unwillingly later at judgment. But you will meet him. Choose your bow. Bow now in surrender equals salvation. Bow later in judgment equals too late. Bow willingly. Behold, now is the accepted time. Behold, now is the day of salvation. 2 Corinthians 6:2. The punchline, the funniest part of this story. Jesus could have done this at the trial, at the scourging, at the crucifixion. One I am and pilates on his face. One I am and the cross falls apart. One I am and death loses its sting. He yo-yoed the soldiers to prove he was God. Then he died on the cross to prove he was love. Final thought, the eternal yo-yo. The soldiers thought they were arresting a criminal. They were actually arresting the judge of all creation, who was voluntarily allowing himself to be arrested so he could take your punishment. Every knee bowed in that garden. Every knee will bow at the name of Jesus. Will you bow in worship today, or in judgment tomorrow? For it is written, as I live, saith the Lord, every knee shall bow to me, and every tongue shall confess to God. Romans 14:11, what probably happened later. Marcus, at home that night to his wife. Honey, you're not going to believe what happened at work today. Wife, did you get the promotion? Marcus, I fell down 4 times trying to arrest Carpenter, wife, how much wine did you drink? Marcus, none, he just said his name and we fell. Wife, his name. Marcus, yeah. I am. Wife confused, you are what? Marcus, no, he is I am. Wife, who is? Marcus frustrated, Jesus. Wife, Jesus is I am. Marcus, yes. Wife, that's the name God used with Moses. Marcus suddenly pale. Is oh no. Wife, Marcus. What did you do? Marcus, we crucified him tomorrow. Wife, you what? Marcus whispering, I think I yo-yoed with God. What will you do?